Hey guys, so if you're watching this right now, I am doing, it's my day off, so I'm doing a impromptu sort of stream right now. If anybody, I mean, I'm sure most of you watching, if you're watching it live, you might be at work or I don't know, but I'm stuck because I have day off, so let's get to it. So this stream we will be discussing the new Spider-Man trailer. It just dropped yesterday or last night, I believe, and there have been a lot of reactions to it. A lot of people, sort of breaking it apart, and we are basically going to do all that. So, um, yeah. So I will pull up the screen right now, so we can begin looking at it. Um, yeah. So let's see. Is it sharing? Okay, here we go. So yeah. If you're not aware, or I mean, basically, sorry, who isn't aware of this? Base Basically, this is the third Spider-Man movie that is set or produced by Marvel Studios, and it's being released by Sony. So this follows the events of Spider-Man: Far From Home, in which Spider-Man was framed for the murder of the main antagonist in that film, and so this film sort of picks off, and also his secret identity was revealed. So now that's out of the way. Now this movie picks up where that movie left off. So um, Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, has to deal with all of that stuff. So um, I'm just gonna show the trailer really quickly. Hopefully, the stream doesn't get marked down or taken down by YouTube. But here we go. Oh, by the way, there's no audio because I'm a cheap ass, so I'm not gonna buy all the equipment that's necessary to run audio. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just gonna play it. Here we go. So yeah, as you can see, basically, they're showcasing, Spider-Man's relationship with MJ, which is played by Zendaya. Here he's visiting Doctor Strange to try and cast a spell to make people forget that he is Spider-Man, and of course that goes awry, and it basically backfires and brings forth characters from other universes. In this case, all the villains from the old movies, old Spider-Man movies before this, um, and so Spider-Man has to contend with all of them. So this scene looks great. My God. And here it looks like they've managed to capture one of the villains, and so they're sort of basically making fun of him, which is kind of lame. But it's MCU. What can you do? It looks like there's a lot going on in this movie, and I think there is because they said this movie is going to be like 2.5 hours, and that's a pretty long time for for. Fight. This is basically okay. So I will dissect this trailer in depth. We're just sort of running the trailer so that you guys, for context and subtext, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And that looks cool. There's a lot of cool things about this trailer. Makes you wish I hadn't read the spoilers beforehand. So now I actually know or have theories as to what will happen in it. But this trailer looks to be confirming a lot of those theories. So okay, so there we go. So that is the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. It comes out on December 17th, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. But basically, yeah. So Let me see here. So we don't know on surface value, face value. We don't really know what will happen in this movie, right? We can only sort of discern from all the trailers and screen grabs and whatnot as to what will happen. But like I said, I have my own theories, so we're gonna go into that right now. So number one, a lot of people have been talking about how sort of there's going to be death and more death and more it's a lot more mature, a lot more serious in this movie. I agree with them. I think someone will die. I think someone important will die. I don't think it'll just be a random side character or a supporting character like Ned or even MJ. I don't think either of them will die. um, I think what's her name? So we have a trip. Where is the screen grab of this character? I think someone's gonna die, but I don't think it'll be MJ or Ned. Here we go. I think I think Aunt May will die in this movie. I think she's gonna die, and the reason why is that is because hang on, I'll show you why. It's because okay, so for instance, in this scene here, we see Aunt May, played by Marissa Tomei, who's running towards something. Right, she's running towards something, and she seems to be in this building over here. There we go. Let's see. Where is this? And then, okay, so if we look at this scene, right, we see Peter Parker diving for what appears to be a pumpkin bomb from the Green Goblin, and he seems to be trying to stop it or catch it or something like that. But it's being thrown at someone, and I don't think it's being thrown at Spider-Man. I think it's being thrown at someone else, and I think that might be Aunt May or someone else. And so here we go. Boom. So that scene, so that bomb goes off, right? That bomb goes off, which means that Peter Parker failed to stop it or failed to protect whoever he was trying to. So there's that, right? So we take a look again at the screen grab right here. Hang on, I'm going to show it right now. This painting and this background is the same. It's the same background that's in this shot here with Aunt May, right? Hang on, where's that? Damn it! The hell is that? Hang on. Oh, hang on. I had it. Here we go. The same. Look at that. Look at that. The same fucking background. That means Aunt May is in the same building or same room as that pumpkin bomb when it goes off when Spider-Man tries to catch it. It's the same exact one, right? And then you see here, this scene looks like it's like the main. This scene, okay, so this scene is important because even though you can't hear it, Peter Parker, he's talking to someone. I think that person is Zendaya, who plays MJ, and I think in this scene he's saying I can't save everyone or something like that. Yeah. So, and he's obviously not referring to Zendaya, aka MJ, because he's talking to her right now. So she's alive. In this shot right here, where he's talking to her, she's alive. So he's not talking about her. He's talking about his Aunt May, and I guarantee that. You know. So yeah, I basically, and then also there. Let's see here. So there's another scene where you see. Where is that? Where is that? Let's see. Oh dear. Hmm. Where is it? Where the hell is it? Oh, there's another scene, whether it's in this trailer or not, where you see Happy Hogan, who is actually, I think he's dating or in a relationship with Aunt May, and he's in a car. He's looking distraught. He's looking sort of helpless, and of course, he's also surrounded by a bunch of guys in SWAT uniforms. So, I think that's what happens. I think Aunt May bites it in this movie, and which will sort of weigh heavy on Peter for either failing to stop her or basically just losing another parental figure because presumably he's already lost Uncle Ben, and now he's lost Aunt May, and he also lost Tony in Endgame. So there's there's that. He's just there's a lot of loss in his life, unfortunately. But yeah, and so let's see here. So here is another scene that a lot of people have been talking about, and I want to bring it up too. It's where Spider-Man is facing off against three supervillains. We have in this scene right here. Um, where the hell is it? Let's see. Okay, so this scene right here, we have the Lizard who's right there. We have Sandman. We have Electro right there. They're all sort of, standing next to each other. So they're seems like they're gonna face off against, whomever. Um, and so here, you know, here we go. So if you look, okay, so there was another rumor. I don't think it's in this trailer, but I think it's in the Brazilian trailer where you see this character right here is a lizard. As he's jumping, not in this trailer, but another one, he gets kicked in the face or in the head or something like that. And but that whoever's kicking him is edited out of that trailer, so you still don't see him, but you see the impact of the kick on this character right here. Um, and so you see that, and so obviously that implies that there's more than one person, which is what everyone's saying is that there's more than one Spider-Man. So that obviously heavily implies that we have both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire who played Spider-Man previously. Um, they're also in this movie, so this movie is going to be huge. What's up, Jen? Um, yeah. So there's a lot, you know what I mean. And I know also last night a lot of people were complaining that Toby and Andrew weren't in this trailer. I mean, kind of at this point they kind of really don't need to be because you know like I think everybody at this point, even like mainstream audiences who haven't been reading online or following the coverage of this film since it started, I think everyone kind of knows that they're in it. So they don't really they're basically just whetting our appetite at this point. They don't need to completely blow their whole load or show their entire hand. They're not going to do that, and it's actually pretty smart when you think about it. It's pretty smart because it keeps you wanting more. You know what I mean? You're expecting it to happen, but they don't reveal all of it all at once, and I think it's actually pretty smart. So props to Sony and Marvel for deciding not to. It actually is pretty smart. So and yeah, I mean, just my thoughts on this trailer. It looks really, really fucking cool. It looks really cool, actually. There's a lot more action in this than there were in Homecoming and Far From Home, and I feel like the tone will be a lot darker, more mature, which is what we've been, or at least what I've been waiting for. Ever since Spider-Man was announced to be in the MCU again, that's what I've wanted because Spider-Man is not just this happy-go-lucky character. You know what I mean? Like he goes through a lot of shit. He goes through a lot of loss in his life. A lot of sometimes people die and he's sort of helpless to protect them. And like I said before, I think this movie will showcase a lot more death and destruction. Um, it's it's Spider-Man growing up, basically. Spider-Man growing up finally. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how everything comes together. When this movie comes out finally. Um, I'm honestly not a fan of the MCU's iteration of Spider-Man. I don't really like Tom Holland in the role. I think, well, no, that's not true. I think he's just been wasted. I think the scripts have been kind of taking too long for him to ultimately, sort of become, who he is supposed to be in the comics, or at least, like there's a see that's that scene that I was talking about where Happy's in the limo or car or whatever. He's looking like kind of distraught. I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's this sort of obviously watching this whole trailer just reminds me of, the times that I watched the previous movies, especially Tobey Maguire movies. They pretty much have all the villains in this except for Venom, from played by Topher Grace, which they're not going to do because nobody fucking likes that character. So yeah, so I'm just gonna play it again. Um, in this scene here where people okay, so I also want to address my thoughts on one thing too, and that's this whole sort of Doctor Strange acting weird kind of controversy or whatever. I think it's because it's not actually him. I think it's Mephisto. I think somehow, which will probably be explained not probably be explained in like a different film, but I think it's him. I think he's posing as Doctor Strange. I don't think it's the real Doctor Strange. I think it's him for whatever reason. He's sort of taking advantage of the situation and posing as Doctor Strange and pretending to help Peter Parker. So, but like I said, I haven't seen this movie. It hasn't come out. It doesn't come out for another month, so we won't know until then. Um, but I like what I'm seeing. I mean, I do like what I'm seeing. I don't have any major complaints. This scene, oh, the stupid Scooby Doo joke. This scene needs to go away and die somewhere. This scene is terrible. It is absolutely atrocious. Like in the Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire movies, they would have never done that. Those movies, the Sam Raimi movies, at least took its characters seriously and didn't disrespect them like 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 this movie seems to be doing. Like it's just, I mean, it's just like why are you gonna do it? Why do you have to ruin like a big dramatic moment with a stupid ass joke? It's dumb. I don't care if people laugh. It's dumb. Stop undercutting tension by adding a fucking joke to every single thing. Ridiculous. And the problem with that is that it's the MCU's way of doing things. That's the MCU. And worse is that people encouraging it by supporting these movies and going out to pay for them and laughing at these stupid cringe-worthy jokes. It's fucking retarded. It's exactly what it is. Yeah, that shot's a beautiful shot. God damn. Man. Yeah, December 17th can't get here fast enough, man. Good. This looks like a good movie, man. This looks like a good movie. You know? It looks like a great movie, actually. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Let's go through some other movie news, shall we? Let's see here. What the hell is that? What's some other stuff going on here? Oh, okay. So apparently, I read about this the other day. This article was based on something that someone had allegedly encountered. It was some sort of super. Basically, they saw a ghost. They claimed to seen a ghost, and it was basically like the ghost of like this boy who was missing part of his head, and so I remember reading about this a while ago. Um, Basically, yeah. So it says Adam Ellis, a former BuzzFeed employee and social media content creator, who becomes haunted by the ghost of a boy possessed by a demonic entity. In 2018, Ellis's Twitter thread about his experiences with the ghost he called "Dear David" went viral, gaining him more than 1 million followers on the platform. Now, of course, people make up shit and talk shit all the time just for views, you know. But I remember watching and listening to this guy's story, and it's not. I mean, whether it's legit or not, it sounded creepy as fuck. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I love horror movies. That's one thing that I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna try to make more videos, about horror movies and stuff like that. Um, and so yeah, so there you go. It's just Hollywood's latest attempt to turn something that was allegedly a true story into a fictional narrative and profit off of it, basically. So that's pretty much it. And but like I said, the world could always use more good scary movies, so I'm totally down for that. Let's see what else. Um, yeah, I mean, actually, right now there's not a whole lot to talk about movie-wise. There's just a trailer, and I guess that's pretty much it. So, um, but yeah, thank you for watching. That was sort of my brief analysis of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. There will be more movies. There will be more videos focused on movies and TV coming in the future. So if you're interested and want to help support the site, then please subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Subscribe. I promise you there will be more content coming. But otherwise, yeah. So thank you very much, and have a good day.